And WB. This is Building the Dream, and I want to start by saying that I've been working on this map for over a year because the first backup that I have was on the 14th of August, which was 10 days ago and a year from when I'm recording this. So that's the thing. This is a huge project that I want to make sure I do it right. So I've chosen this location to be the place where the ship brings the players on board and then promptly kicks them off. And I have the machine basically working for the transition between Chapter 1 and 2, so when they show up there. And I started with some mechanics, one of them being a randomizer. And I've been noticing that I can't Google solutions to any of these problems because nobody posts command block implementations of stuff, really. They're all doing mechanical stuff, like I'll show you this in a second, because that's what you can do in vanilla, and so that's what you find on wikis, because that's what you can do in vanilla. And so this is actually a randomizer that deals with random item trajectories. So it has these 4 hoppers that just feed directly back into this dropper, and it has an item, and then I broke it up. I think this is a working one. Yeah, see, that displays a 3, another 3. Yeah, it's working. Okay, there we go. So patterns, repeating patterns are actually really common in truly random sets. So this machine, I covered it up so the items wouldn't fly everywhere, but it's pretty simple. And this is a mechanical solution, and you can see how it would introduce lag by the piston and the items flying about, and it only has 4 outputs here. But I was watching one of Slice Lime's videos. He posted it a while ago. I think he was working in 1.8, but he used a selector, to select on armor stands with tags, and that works so much better. Why had I never heard of that before? I mean, it's not something that I couldn't have figured out on my own, but still, I like using the resources that I have for ideas. So anyway, all of these armor stands have a tag on it called Earthquake something. It says something else on it. And the reason why I want this is because, here, I can turn it on. You can see this. You can see the timer pulsing on the right on the sidebar. But it's choosing one of these pillars randomly based on where these armor stands are. And that then activates the whole line of redstone and command blocks, which teleports the player. And I have it centered on this ship, the backup. And so you can see what it's doing to my view. Sorry, seizure warning, I guess. So this is what it's supposed to be like inside of the ship when the players first get there. And I want to see if I can put in a sound effect where you can obviously tell it's crashing. And if you look out the front window, you can see the island down there. And right now it's set to 400 ticks, which is 20 seconds. And that's when the players are in here freak out. I can change that easily, but that's what it's set to right now. And see, it's only localized around there. And so this is part of the transition from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2, which is from the town to the second dream, and it's called Impact. So I want to demonstrate that, and then maybe I can clean up my room with all these stuff. I was trying to think of other ways that I could do my own randomizers. This one was needed to test something and only light up one of these, not both. So if I put something in here, then it lights up one. But if I put another thing in or so, then it lights up the second one and turns off the first one. No? Okay, bad example. Anyway, I'm going to demonstrate this chapter transition, and I think I'm still going to edit it where I want... Oh, I'll explain it in a bit. So right now I'm holding the stone in the light blue terracotta, and there's a not terracotta, concrete in the chest, and so it took my items, it gives me that, and then it tags me as the player to load this area in, and then it clones the ship there because I want to delete it later. Then it puts me back, and then it starts here, and this is where you see the earthquake. It should be giving you that effect. And then once this chapter transition reaches 400, or the generic weight, then it teleports you to the crash site in a specific location based on what player you are. And so player 0 ends up right here. So you can still see the ship up there in the distance. And what I want to change with this then, as opposed to what I have right now, is using the force load command. It was originally introduced as /chunks, and they changed it to force load because that describes what it does better. And I want to try it out because it loads a chunk, the one that you specify, rather than just the spawn chunks. The spawn chunks are always loaded, but you can force load other chunks. And if I can do that, then I can clone something over there without having to move the player and give them blindness and slowness and stuff, change them into spectator mode and then back into survival mode. And I think it's more elegant if I just leave the players in their pods over there. And so I'm going to work on that and then check up on a second. So I just found something. I thought it was a bug, but it turns out it's intended behavior that you can't use the force load command in functions or command blocks. Because Dinnerbone tweeted out that it could just wreck servers. And so it's restricted to players with command permissions. So I think for now I'm going to keep those two chunks loaded, and then I'll be able to use the clone command. Oh yeah, it does something interesting too. Here, let me show you what it's like now. So over here, this teleports me to where the ship should be, but I've completely destroyed it. Oh yeah, and look at this. Check this out. Ha! I added a new thing over here. So it has teleport commands that it puts in chat, and you just click on them. Boom. Boom. So yeah, that's cool. I'm going to use that a lot from now on. So if I clone, it successfully does it because those two chunks are loaded. It's perma-loaded, it's force-loaded right now, and so it teleports me in here, and the lighting's all messed up. I don't know if this... It's got to have something to do with them not being actually player inhabited. So if I cloned it here and I was in this chunk already, then it should lighting update fine. You see, these are sea lanterns. So this is what it should look like, if not like this. See, it's all lit up because there's windows and everything, but it's a thing. So no force loading in my machines. But now I'm going to clean up this room because I need it to be a little bit more organized. So all of this, no, not that, this, all of this machinery, basically everything over here. So here, let's go like this. Fill this. Let's go up to 7, and from that location to this location, being careful not to break anything. Everything is contained. Air. Clean slate. I was working on stuff. Button. And this also needs to go. This is an old earthquake tester, and I've totally replaced it. So yeah, I'm going to copy all this stuff down and clean it up and then get back to you. Hey, check it out. I did find a glitch. So this is summoning fire here. Hear that? That's not right. So that has already been reported. I checked. So yeah, woo! Clean room. There we go. I really like the setup a lot better. This feels way better. So I have tested it out, and I want to add one more thing over here though. So this runs as the players get put up there, or down at the crash site, I mean. And so I want to do a time set, 1600. Let's go 8,000. What time set? No. 18,000? No. 12,000. Is that morning or night? So this is night. I want to set it to just dusk, where the players land on the island and then it turns night soon after, not immediately after, so there's no monsters there already, but I want it to get dangerous if they stay too long. So what was that? 12,000? Let's change this back to false. Alright, so let's try this out. Chapter 1, so it has the right location. Alright, it swaps my inventory like it's supposed to. I give myself flint and steel because I haven't made the fire spawner yet. So I want this to start burning. And it sets the time to this time when we transfer down. So it should be daytime now. And then we get set over here. And there's the time. So again, this was just one of the locations. The other locations are scattered about in the wreckage, and some of them are over there. So I guess let's go and add a repeating command block to spawn fire, because that's what I was doing over here. This is what I was testing. You can spawn fire continuously, so it can't be put out, because it's just a block. And I want to do that when the clone happens. So this is the clone is over there. This is the, what is this? This is the wait before actually moving the characters into the ship. So let's go and tack onto this. I might end up moving this. This is a set block, so I can do a conditional, and I'll do another set block. Let's do it here. Redstone block. And then this one, repeating command block to spawn fire there. Needs redstone. Set block, specific location. So up here, oh, there's no ship. Let's clone one in. Alright, I want them in the corners. Fire. Oops. Let's go up one. Oh, and now I need the floor. There we go. So this one, let's go like this. And let's spawn one over here. Fire. And I think those two should be fine. Let's go back here. This is the first one. This is the second one. And let's add this. Seven additional. So that's going to start those two when the players get teleported in. Alright. Actually, I could probably move those over here. Let's try it out. And yeah. So those are permafire. And this is the view we get. It doesn't move. If we're actually flying through the air, then it would be moving, but for that amount of time, I think it's fine. You have to suspend your disbelief at least a little bit. So then here we are. And these are still on, and I will add a command to turn them off when at the end of this row. But for now, I'm out of time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching.